Welcome back to Throttle Tribe. Today we're looking at 7 Harley Davidson bikes that seemed like a dream, but turned into a regret. From comfort problems to terrible resale value, these are the Harleys many owners wish they never bought. Watch this before you make the same mistake. Number 7, Harley Davidson 48. It looks like a custom-built bruiser, low, loud, and dripping with attitude. But after a year of ownership, many riders start to regret it. Sure, that 1200cc V-twin delivers a solid punch in the city. It's raw, responsive, and gives that low-end rumble Harley fans love. But the problems aren't in the engine. They're everywhere else. The first issue? Fuel range. The tiny 2.1-gallon tank means you're stopping every 70 to 80 miles. For many riders, that turns cruising into constant fuel planning. Comfort? Almost non-existent. The solo seat looks cool, but the padding is so thin it offers little shock absorption. Combined with stiff rear suspension, the ride becomes punishing, especially on rough roads. Ergonomics are another problem. The foot-forward controls and low handlebars create an aggressive riding posture that looks great in photos but gets tiring fast. Tall riders complain of knee cramping, shorter riders struggle with balance in stop-and-go traffic. Then there's the lack of modern features. No gear indicator, no fuel gauge, no ride modes. The analog speedometer is awkwardly mounted and hard to read while riding. It's all style, no convenience. Maintenance isn't too complex, but issues like oil leaks and rust, especially in humid areas, are common. Nothing major, but enough to wear down the experience over time. And the resale value? Not good. The used market is full of low-mileage 48s from owners trying to offload them. Trade-in offers are low and private sales are competitive. Many end up losing thousands within a year. At the end of the day, the 48 looks incredible. But between limited comfort, poor range, and resale woes, many riders find out too late. It's more fashion statement than functional machine. Number 6, Harley Davidson Nightster. The Nightster was Harley's attempt at a fresh entry-level cruiser. Modern engine, sleek design, and a price aimed at younger riders. On paper, it had promise. In real life? Not so much. It's powered by a 975cc V-twin engine with 90 horsepower and 70 pound-feet of torque. Sounds strong, and in short bursts it is. But the excitement dies quickly. The power delivery is flat, and the sound, arguably the soul of a Harley, is missing. Instead of that signature growl, it hums quietly, almost sterile. Twist the throttle and you get motion, not emotion. Ergonomics, not great. Low handlebars and mid-controls create a hunched riding position that puts pressure on wrists and shoulders. The seat doesn't help either. Thin padding and an awkward shape make long rides a chore. Fuel range is another issue. With a small 3.1-gallon tank, you're looking at 100 to 120 miles before a refill. Not ideal for anything beyond city rides. Handling has its own problems. The rear suspension is stiff, the front is underdamped, and the ride gets jittery on rough roads. While it's light and nimble in the city, it lacks confidence at highway speeds and in corners. Many riders report instability during quick maneuvers. And then there's resale. Values drop fast, often by thousands, within the first year. Add minor flaws in the arrival of slightly improved new models, and owners find themselves stuck with a bike no one's eager to buy. At the end of the day, the Nightster feels like a bike built to impress on paper, but fails to deliver on the road. It's not iconic, not comfortable, and not quite Harley enough for the fans who matter. Number 5, Harley Davidson Sportster S. Marketed as the bold rebirth of the Sportster S brought sleek lines, a modern silhouette, and Harley's new Revolution Max engine, pushing 121 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque. On paper it was a rocket. On the road? Not quite. Yes, it's fast. The acceleration is impressive, but the ride? Brutally stiff. The rear monoshock is unforgiving and every bump transfers straight to your spine. What feels thrilling for 10 minutes becomes punishing over longer rides. Riders often report back pain and fatigue after just an hour in the saddle. Then come the reliability issues. One of the most common complaints? Oil leaks, often traced to cylinder head casting flaws. That's not a small fix. Add in glitchy electronics, random error codes, screen blackouts, and malfunctioning ride modes, and it starts to feel like a beta test on 2 wheels. Worse, some riders have experienced full system shutdowns at highway speeds, a nightmare for a bike meant to be cutting edge. Comfort is also a problem. The exhaust runs hot, especially in traffic, often roasting your inner legs. Forward-mounted controls look stylish, but restrict leg movement and get uncomfortable fast. Even the digital dash, while packed with features, feels buggy and overcomplicated. Harley clearly aimed for innovation, but the execution feels rushed. And the final punch? Depreciation. early adopters are now struggling to sell. Resale value has tanked, partly due to known issues, and partly because newer versions are already addressing what this one got wrong. In the end, the Sportster S promised a revolution, but for many owners it just delivered regrets. Number 4, Harley Davidson Road Glide. The Road Glide was supposed to be the king of long-distance comfort, big, bold, and made to devour highways. But for many owners, the dream fades fast. At first glance, it impresses. The 1,868cc Milwaukee 8 engine pushes out 93 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque, perfect on paper for smooth cruising. The power delivery is strong, and the throttle response is buttery. So what's the problem? First, the hydraulic clutch. Riders expected smooth shifting. What they got feels more like a forearm workout. In city traffic, the stiff lever becomes exhausting, especially for older riders or daily commuters. Then, there's the infamous transport mode glitch. Some brand new Road Glides lock into diagnostic mode out of nowhere, disabling throttle and electronics. The fix? A dealership reset. But many owners end up towing a brand new bike before even enjoying it, and while you're riding you might hear something else, a high-pitched squeak from the front suspension, often during rebound on uneven roads. Not a huge deal mechanically, but for a $30,000 luxury tourer it sounds cheap. Some owners got full fork replacements under warranty, others faced repair bills of over $2,000. Finally, the harsh truth. Resale. Within a year, many Road Glides drop $5,000 to $8,000 in value. Why? Constant yearly updates. A slightly new paint job or tech feature makes the previous model feel outdated fast. That stings when you're upside down on a loan. In the end, even loyal fans admit the Road Glide looks amazing, rides well on open roads, but comes with clutch pain, tech bugs, suspension squeaks, and brutal depreciation. If you're into this bike, just wait. The next one's even more exciting. Number 3, Harley Davidson Road Glide CVO. The Road Glide CVO looks like a dream. Custom paint, chrome everywhere, and tech that screams luxury. But for many owners, that dream quickly turns into a headache. It's powered by a massive 1,868cc V-twin engine, pumping out 95 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque. On paper, it's the ultimate touring machine. Powerful, smooth, and built for long-distance comfort. But here's the problem. That luxury comes with a cost, in both money and reliability. The biggest complaint? The boom box infotainment system. It promises premium sound, GPS, and Bluetooth, but often fails to deliver. Riders report frozen screens, failed updates, and dropped connections. Some end up riding entire trips without audio or working navigation, and fixing it, not easy. Usually a trip to the dealership with high diagnostic fees and long waits for parts. Speaking of the dealership, most repairs on this bike require Harley-certified service. The systems are complex and proprietary, meaning DIY fixes or local shops are rarely an option. That leads to delays, costs, and a lot of frustration. And it's heavy, over 900 pounds wet. At low speeds or in tight spaces, it's hard to handle. A simple drop can cost thousands to fix, thanks to the high-end paint and chrome. Then there's the tech. Keyless ignition failures, security lockouts, and glitchy electronics make ownership feel risky. Many riders coming from simpler Harleys find the CVO more stressful than enjoyable. Maintenance? It's premium too. Oil changes, brake flushes, basic checks, all pricey. Once the warranty ends, even small repairs can turn into four-figure bills. Some owners sell the bike just to escape the ongoing costs. So while the Road Glide CVO is stunning and loaded, the day-to-day experience can feel more like managing a luxury car than riding a bike. And that's not what most Harley riders signed up for. If this bike caught your eye, you won't believe what's next on the list. Number 2, Harley Davidson Street, Bob 114. This bike sells itself at first glance. Aggressive stance, loud exhaust, and that Milwaukee 8 114 engine with 1,868cc, 94 horsepower, and 119 pound-feet of torque. It's quick off the line, sounds incredible, and has all the muscle you'd expect from a Harley. But ride it for more than 45 minutes and things change. The rear suspension is brutally stiff. On smooth roads it's fine, but hit a bump or pothole and you'll feel it in your spine. Older riders especially say it turns cruising into punishment. And the stock seat? Stylish, yes. Comfortable, not even close. Most riders report numbness and back pain within an hour. Many end up replacing it just to survive weekend rides, adding hundreds more to a bike that already starts around $16,500. Handling is another weak point. That low-slung look means compromised control. The Street Bob feels heavy in corners and awkward at low speeds. U-turns and parking lot maneuvers? Not fun. The front end doesn't inspire confidence, and unless you're going straight, it's easy to feel off balance. And while some buyers love its stripped-down simplicity, others quickly regret the lack of features. No cruise control, no ride modes, no adjustable suspension, just raw, old-school riding, which isn't always great when you're stuck in traffic or planning a long trip. Bottom line, the Street Bob 114 looks amazing and sounds even better. But ride it often, or far, and the comfort and handling issues pile up fast. For many owners, the attitude didn't make up for the aches. And that brings us to number 1, the Harley that promised everything, and still let riders down. Number 1, Harley Davidson Breakout. This bike looks like a beast, long, low, and full of attitude. With its chopper-inspired design, oversized rear tire, and stretched frame, it definitely turns heads. But once the excitement fades, many owners find it more frustrating than fun. At its core, the Breakout packs a massive 1,868cc V-twin engine with 94 horsepower and 124 pound-feet of torque. Sounds powerful, right? But that torque is tough to control at low speeds, especially in city traffic or tight turns. Maneuvering this heavy bike, over 670 pounds wet, requires strength and patience. U-turns feel slow, and quick moves in traffic are delayed by its weight. Comfort is another big issue. The forward controls, low seat, and stretched handlebars look cool, but force a stretched-out, awkward riding posture, especially uncomfortable for taller riders. The seat is thinly padded, suspension is firm, and even short rides can leave you with sore knees, tight backs, and numb hands. Practical use? The fuel tank is under 5 gallons, and with aggressive riding, you'll be stopping for gas often. There's basically no storage, and carrying a passenger is tough. The pillion seat is small, with no back support. The Breakout excels as a photo star, but struggles as a daily rider. It's a niche bike that many owners regret after a year because it's heavy, uncomfortable, and impractical for everyday use. These are the 7 Harley-Davidson motorcycles owners regret buying after just 1 year. Did we miss a bike that deserves to be on this list? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more motorcycle content, and as always, ride safe. See you in the next one.